likely to be the very last video talking about the problems of this game, the good and the bad of this game. Anything good, anything bad. I'm still going to make videos regarding this game, but it's probably just going to be matches. But the main topic is how fixed is this game, and is it too late for this game to even be a decent game? The answer to that is it's too late. I think 2K just could not really recover from the Ukes departure. Ukes left them, of course, and I'm not sure exactly how much of the work Ukes did, but I believe that is the huge majority reason why this game has so many problems. The reason why I say that is because some of the main problems with this game were in 2K19 and worked fine, and then all of a sudden you put the same exact features in a new game, and all of a sudden we got all these problems. That doesn't seem like it makes sense, especially on create a wrestler. It doesn't matter which wrestler we go to, but I'm gonna go to one because I'm just giving you examples here. Now, a lot of these costumes were not in the other one, but these costumes don't really have any glitches for me right now. That's not even the problem. The problem, I do believe some of the clothes that these wrestlers have, like the textures and stuff, because they have changed them. I think they made the textures a little bit stronger in some cases. I don't know if that's why this game is having these problems. For example, if you have piercing, sometimes the piercing will float over top of the wrestler's head during the entrance and then during the match, and it just looks really weird. You see like this spot just hanging over him. It was hard for me to figure out exactly what that was until I took a closer look and I saw one of the piercings missing from the ear, and I saw it over top of their head. So you have stuff like that going on. But what makes this game still crash is, and I thought it was an easy fix, but if I try to copy an attire from one wrestler to another, created wrestlers primarily, it will crash the game right away without even hesitating. Right when you go to it and select it, the game will just crash right away. I don't know if this is linked to all created wrestlers. I remember doing it at least once and being successful with tag teams that I created. Now, if you want to do that, you just basically have to clone the character and change the person if you want to do that. But this game here, like, the game looks good. I know people were trying to complain about the graphics. They've pretty much fixed a lot of the graphic problems. I don't see any issues with the way the people look as of now. They look really good. I'm going to be fair. We're going to get into some good stuff about this game, but the crashes are just too much right now. And another issue with this game is I have a problem with the managers because they don't seem to have any purpose anymore. They don't do anything. They patched the game where they make it where you can't really turn to managers if it's a female and you're a male. I think that's going too far. They're trying way too hard to protect the women in this video game. Now, let me tell you, I was watching a clip on WWE and Randy Orton RKO'd one of the women. I think it was Beth Phoenix. So on the real product, you might occasionally see a woman get hit by a man some kind of way or another. But they will they will go as above and beyond to protect women that are not even real. In a video game, I think they go too far with it and they screwed the game up because the manager system is really messed up now. The intergender tag matches are screwed up. I've had a couple of them crash. Not sure what triggers the crashes, but I've had some crash. I've had the game crash at Overlord's Arena. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's a DLC arena that's outdoors, kind of a trashy arena. I like it. I love the addition. But sometimes the game crashes when I'm there. I don't know the reason, but you'll be just having the match and then all of a sudden it'll just crash. I don't know what's triggering it, but that is still happening right now. It happened to me yesterday. I'm gonna get into some. Let's talk about now that we're on this subject. Let's talk about 2K originals. Now I haven't done any research. I don't know if they're coming out with any more. It looks like there's something coming out here soon, but I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's one of those. Let's get into some conversation about these. These to me, people have their own opinion about them. I like these editions. I don't care about the game modes. They're a little boring. I didn't even do some of them. I only did the ones that had awards that I actually wanted to earn. As you can see, I was unlocking stuff for my custom wrestlers. Things that I wanted to use. And I honestly still haven't even unlocked everything, but because some of the stuff I just don't want bad enough. You know, they got all this stuff you can add. I think this really changes the game from a customization standpoint, as you can see. And that's just this one, you know, that's just this 2K originals. This section of it, you can unlock all this stuff. And the stuff is a little bit out of this world, a little bit dirty and crazy, but you know, you have different categories. One of them you have the 80s. I didn't even see some of this stuff till now. This is crazy, but wasn't paying attention to some of it. But as you can see, I've unlocked all this cool stuff here. And I do think, I'm not going to trash this stuff here. This new edition is really, it's really awesome, to be honest. All this backstage stuff you can do in this game, I've had enough fun with that alone to just say, look, I do enjoy this game in some ways, but it's extremely hard to recommend this game because it just crashes too much. You got to be careful not to do certain mode, not to do certain things, not to. I didn't unlock this one. I think that's the female version of that. I think it's the same thing, but I don't care about. I really don't. Not sure what all this stuff is, to be honest. I don't use that stuff. I don't care that much. I don't care about these wrestlers. I just unlock them for their moves. I don't even use them. Never have. Never will. Yeah. Let's go to one of the other ones. This was the first one. You know, it came with what? It came with this stuff. A lot of this stuff here. You know, the Bray Wyatt mask, or the Fiend mask, I should say. You know, for some reason wasn't already in the game. He wasn't even already in it because it's just they decided not to put him in it. I know he was coming into character as a new character around that time, but if you make him, you should put him in it. But that's a different conversation. You know, some of the stuff I haven't unlocked, but yeah, this stuff right here, like with the crazy, most of the arenas are pretty over the top and crazy, really, but this stuff is really cool. You know, it adds a lot of craziness to the game. To me, and it's just an opinion, I personally love having these editions. And I'm talking about just the parts for Creator Wrestler and the arenas. I think that's really cool. Now let's go back to what messes this game up. I have some theories as to why this game is really bad. I'm almost certain that the Yuke's departure is the biggest reason why this game is so messed up. It's basically a really messed up game that's very enjoyable, which is a weird thing to say. If it's very messed up, then how could it be very enjoyable? Well, I mean, the creations are great on here, but I think the textures, they should have just kept them the same way. I honestly think, and you would have had angry people saying, oh, it's the same game with a patch. But it would have been better than this. You know, what they did to this game. Because the creative player wrestler is really... The base is the same, but they've added stuff. You can now do more with the bodies now. As far as morphing the bodies, they've sort of added to that and made it more... Gave it a little bit more, which in a very... And I mean that in a positive way. You have less limits on that now, but... I don't know. I haven't seen anything that would indicate that was causing any crashes. Never had the game crash on anything based on that I know of. But I think that some of these textures on these clothes might be a little bit too much, and they really should have just kept it the same way they had it. Let me just give you a little bit of what I'm talking about. I may even do a video with 2K19 just to like this stuff here. A lot of this stuff is similar, but you see some missing stuff. You see the gator skin missing. There was an alligator skin texture. There was also some denim. They took that out. They didn't really replace it with anything. I think this texture is a little strong. I think that might be one of the reasons this game has problems. I don't know if that's affecting it though. I have no idea. But I really think they should have just kept it the same. Just took the same game and just built on what they had. They were doing fine in 2K19. Yeah, you had some people that was unhappy, but it's better to have a few unhappy than millions of unhappy. So just build on what you have. Maybe for some reason they were unable to do it because of the Yuke's departure. I don't know why that's the case. But like I said, you have some of the same exact features in this game that worked really well in 2K19 that no longer work. That is a very weird thing. I can't think of it. I don't know of any other games that I've ever seen that. And I don't know any other games that crash like this game does. Now, if you look at low budget games, low market games that crash, you kind of expect it. But a company like 2K, who is so large, they should not be this messed up this far in. But honestly, it really is. I'm not guaranteeing this, but I really do think that it's because of the Yuke's departure is the main reason. That has to be it. You know, because every crash I see is being triggered by something that this game has already used in the past. It's not like they added some new crazy incredible feature and it just keeps crashing the game. It's the same stuff that this game has already had. So it is too late for this game. This game is totally, it's time to move on from it, I think. It's not going to be fixed. You just have to enjoy what you enjoy if you choose to play this game. Let me go into a little bit of gameplay. I'm going to put a manager in this and I'm going to critique it as I'm going. And it's fair to criticize this game because they have already used these features and it worked fine. You know, I felt like the managers in 2K19, the manager mode, I felt like the AI, there's my Cain Velasquez. I think that's a really good one. I think that's one of the best ones I've seen, and it's the one that I made. I don't want to sound biased. I'm not biased because some of the creations I made are not as good as some of the others, but of certain characters I've created. But anyway, let's get into this here. Doesn't matter who I be. I don't know why I'm taking forever. There's Habib Nurmagomedov, the UFC fighter. I created him as well. I didn't download him. I created him. I did upload him. You can download him if you want to. Just look under username KNeil32. Anyway. Okay, I know who I'm going to use. It's a little dumb for me to take this long, but I'm going to use some wrestlers that I created as a team. We are going to give you my critique. It's critique that I already know about, okay? But I will tell you my conclusion. This game is too late. It's not worth full price at all. The crashes and the problems are just, it's too much. I tried to look at it optimistically and say, you know what, this game is still fine. Look, I'm going to be real with you. This game is not this game, it's not worth full price. It's just too messed up. Actually, I need to control the other wrestler so I can give you an example of what I'm talking about on how bad they screwed this game up. The manager is almost completely, the purpose is almost completely gone, as the manager was very active in the other versions of 2K. You know, 2K 18, 19, even 17, very active, but now all of a sudden you can't really do much. I'm gonna prove it just by playing it, show you what I'm talking about. You know, if you have a male manager, you know, you can turn and face the manager, but they're just scared to death that one of these girls are going to get hurt. So they got to protect these fake managers, even though the WWE has managers. I mean, not managers, has occasionally as women getting, you know, hit with RKOs and stuff. But we can't have that in a video game, though, because that's just too dangerous. I think they got a little bit ridiculous with that. I really do. And it's highly disappointing. That's why I can't really stop talking about it, because it's really stupid that they go that above and beyond just to make a dumb political statement. We'll even use a custom arena. Now, one thing they did do, you can now do no DQ matches. You just can't, you know, they still protect these women with their life, even though they're not even real. I mean, like I said, they go way too far with it, and it sends the game downwards. That's why they are in need of competition. If you come up with another game, and I'm gonna get into some Fire Pro. Fire Pro is an awesome alternative if you want to play a wrestling game. I'm gonna do a video on that following this one, but I'm gonna end this video after I talk about this here. I don't want to take 45 minutes on this video or anything, but I will tell you I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and not put in any more videos based just discussing how good this game is. I've done enough of those. I did a video talking about how good the game was, and I got some backlash, and they were absolutely right. It was after a certain patch. I had played it a little while and I didn't see any crashes, and I was like, wow, this game is great. Then I already let the video get out, and then people were trashing it, and then all of a sudden I see crashes and bugs that I didn't see before. So basically, yes, they basically deserved that backlash that video did, or I didn't delete the video or anything like that. I still let it sit there, but here we go. I'm going to talk about this game. But like I said, I'm not going to I'm going to be fair. We're going to talk about good stuff this game has to it. Now, the entrances are really screwed up too. The announcers like to announce your manager as your opponent. What I mean by that is, when you come to ring with the manager, watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not sure what happened. They passed him up somehow? That was weird. I had never seen that happen before.
Negotiations are broken down, and we now have to... Oh, whoop. Here we go.
I don't know how they missed him. They didn't see him. Here she comes. Okay. See, you can't face her. They fixed that. You can face the referee or the wrestler. When this game first came out, you could face him. 2K19 you can, but this one, nope, because it's a female. We can't take that chance. We're scared she's going to get hurt. We'll let a real woman in WWE get hurt, get put in an RKO, but not in a video game. We can't let that happen. It's just too risky. Okay, as you can see, they interrupted my entrance, which is fine. I like stuff like that. It would have been nice if, since she was running with him, she could have done something too, but we can't have that because she might get hurt. It's just too much of a risk. Can't let these girls get hurt on here. We just can't take that chance.
If you're just joining us, welcome to Monday Night Raw. I'm Michael Cole alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton.
But yeah, the manager hardly does anything now if it's a female. And they do that to make a political statement. You don't want to hurt these girls. But it becomes pointless now. Like I can't do anything. Sometimes the game will
from the middle rope. Oh, what a
you'll get disqualified if you accidentally hit her, and even if you just bump into them. They'll just call the match right away just from you running into them. It's ridiculously stupid.
Set it up. Nice.
And I think they just go too far with it. That's why if another... See, as you can see, I can't face her. It's not even possible. Referee. Now, if I do a move, they'll call this match.
He's done it.
Yeah, I just tapped her on the face, and this match is being called. Stuff like that is just so ridiculous. You just... And I can understand not having, if you don't want intergender matches, you don't want me power driving a woman on the floor or something like that. You don't want me putting the last ride on a woman through an announce table or something. Okay, I get it. I'm not going to be against that, but this is just outrageous. That's just ridiculous. Now, that is in 2K19 too. If you do something like that, they will call the match. But you can at least face them. taunt towards them, even do a move to them. But that right there, just tapping them on the face, calling the match. Come on, guys. We could have done better than this. I'm gonna end the video with that. I had some more stuff I wanted to get into, but forget about it. Yeah, my final conclusion. This game, it just didn't make it. It didn't survive. It was just too messed up, and I think they tried to overfix it to the point where they were trying to fix the woman and man thing, and just totally screwed this game up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the Fire Pro video that I got coming up, discussing some different things with Fire Pro and why you should buy that game.